I pray to God to have a baby. I have a baby. And now I feel empty. Hi everyone, my name is Dolapo Lawal. Welcome back to Kiddos Chaos. This space, we have the realest conversation on parenthood, anything, motherhood, fatherhood, and everything in between. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for coming. And if you've been following, thank you so much for the likes, the comment, the share. I really, really appreciate it. Today, we'll be talking about a very sensitive topic, which is postpartum depression. What is postpartum depression? It's a serious mental health condition that affects women after childbirth. Where it gets real is that it doesn't only affect women, it affects fathers of the baby. So, how do we manage these things? How does it affect men? These are more what we're going to be discussing today. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now let's talk about something called baby blues. It affects 80% of new mothers, but it fades away between 2 to 3 weeks. Sadness, crying, and all. I'm not saying that is okay, but it is less severe than something called postpartum depression. Now come, postpartum depression. Oh my God. It's severe, it's intense. And it can start at any time within the first year of childbirth. What is this? Difficulty in bonding, intense, you want to drift away from people. You lose interest in everything that makes you happy. According to Journal of American Medical Association, 1 in every 10 men suffer postpartum depression because they also feel detached from the mothers. They feel overwhelmed. They don't know how to help mothers. There was a time I called my friend who has been looking up to God for 5 good years. She had a child. I was happy. After like 3 days, I was able to talk to her. I did a video call and I put a video call through to her, and immediately she picked. I didn't see the excitement. I was like, hello, are you okay? And she said, I pray to God to have a baby. I have a baby. And now I feel empty. I looked at her. She said, not because I don't love my child, not because I am weak, but because nobody prepared me that I was going to lose myself and almost lose my home. I'm like, what? I felt it. And I understand her. I am not blaming her. I feel like even though people tell you or talk to you about postpartum depression, you can never be 100% ready, or at least you are aware that there is something called postpartum depression, where you feel like not talking to anybody, where you feel like you've lost yourself. You're no longer the person you are, physically, mentally, financially. It's draining. What causes postpartum depression? It can be triggered by a mix of a lot of things. Number 1, hormonal changes, hormonal shifts in your body. You don't feel yourself anymore. Your estrogen drop drastically in your body. Number 2, lack of sleep. You that used to love to sleep very much, you don't want anyone to disturb your sleep. You now have to sleep, constantly wake up 15 minutes to take care of human. History of depression or anxiety can also cause depression. Isolation, traumatic birth experiences, maybe emergency C-section, you're looking at yourself, they've cut you don't feel yourself anymore. Your vagina has been cut, You're now fat. And the worst is people telling you, oh, you look so fat. When are you getting your body back? Oh my God. Very insensitive. Postpartum depression is not to be joked about. How does this feel? How do you know that someone is going through postpartum depression? Or how do you feel? How can you recognize you're going through that? Number one, crying for no reason. You just see yourself and start crying. You just feel anger. You know, you want to detach from your baby. We've seen histories where parents, mothers, especially mothers, they lock their baby up just to go for parties. I heard about a woman in the US who locked her daughter up just because she needs to feel herself again. And the baby got unalived after 3 days of being alone. I know a lot of parents were writing comments on why we need to do that, why we should do that. Do you understand what postpartum depression is? It's a mental and serious issue that we need to talk about every given time. You know, you feel isolated. You don't feel your body anymore. You feel like nobody's understanding you. You can't explain how you feel. Then the resentment from your partner. You're resenting your partner. This is where it gets real. You look at the man and be like, you put me through this and you're sleeping. Have you ever woken up one day and you look at your partner, the father of your baby, and you don't feel anything? You don't feel love. You don't feel hatred. You're just empty. That's the sign of postpartum depression. And now the man, I won't say the innocent man in quotes, doesn't even know what you're going through. Doesn't know how it feels like. Is also new to this world of parenting. And he has to take care of both you and the baby. The wife that used to be the happy, the bubbling person in the house is no more lively. How do you think the man also feels? So how can we help? What do we do as aunties, mother, even as a mother? Number one, call for help. Call your doctor, call your mother, call your father. Tell people what you're going through. Tell them you need help. Go for therapy. It's not something to be ashamed of. You need to heal. And for people who go to new mother, to greet new mothers, and they just ask for the baby alone. No, please, it's wrong. Check on the mothers. They need help. Some mothers lose their hearing, they lose their sight, they lose their memory, they lose their hair. You know, this can add up to the postpartum depression. There was a time I was talking to some mothers and they were like, their husband is very insensitive to their body after childbirth or to their reaction. And in my head, you yourself, you don't even know how your body works. You are not even aware of postpartum depression before you got married or before you had the child. So how do you explain how you feel to the man who doesn't even know how your body works? I feel like doing counseling before marriage, postpartum depression is supposed to be talked about. Let both the woman and the man have an idea of what might happen after childbirth. That way, they are prepared for this this lovely baby that is coming. Please, as couple, have conversations. Mothers, tell your husband how you feel and how you want them to react. Don't leave them clueless. They are bothered. They are worried. They want the lovely wife they got married to before childbirth, but they don't even know how to help because you're not communicating. You're just getting angry. They don't understand. Please, let's talk to ourselves about it. Pastors, imams, counselors, please talk about postpartum depression before marriage. That way, we have a sane parent, or we have sane parents raising humans. In Nigeria, there are NGOs like Postpartum Support Network Africa. They are doing well with the mental health of women and men. You can reach out to them. In Canada, there's Wellness Support Canada. You can also reach out to them. In the UK, there's Pandas Foundation. Please talk to them. Seek help. To mothers, to fathers, you're not crazy. You're not broken. You are healing. You are adjusting. You're doing the bravest thing anyone can do. Learning how to love a whole life while you're trying not to lose yourself. Depression is real, but how we define it becomes the kind of parent we become. So if you are in the dark, I see you. If you have made it through, try to be the light to other people. Don't forget to like, share, comment. I remain your own host, Don Lakola. I'll see you next time.